All right, welcome to Stride University. So today, in this tutorial, we're going to go over a little bit more in depth on how to create a, a replenishment rule and then how to automate that. So there's a couple of different steps, but first off, I want to take you back into our inventory and our replenishment report. So I'm going to go into reporting, and we're going to come into this, and we're going to go. We're going to go to operations and then replenishment. That'll pull up our replenishment report. We're going to look at specifically one product. So we've got the barcode scanner, and it says I have on hand -1. So at some point there's a discrepancy in my inventory counting, and I have -3 forecast. So I've got some that actually need to go out to be able to fulfill some orders, and this will come up as like I need to order 3 in order to fulfill those 3 outstanding orders, or the one order of 3 that I need to ship. So this is what we call kind of a manual rule. Like, it shows up under the manual because it's just saying, hey, we've got to get more of these. In order to get this to be an automatic rule, we need to set up a rule for the barcode scanner. So in order to do that, we're going to go into our inventory module, products, and then from here I can click on my barcode scanner. Now you'll notice here there's a min and max amount. If it doesn't show up in yours, you can always look in the more, and it might be a min max rule on this section as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and this brings up, like, this is my manual rule that shows up once, and I can just go ahead and automate this. So what this does is this allows me to say, hey, I want to always keep 3 of these on hand. So if I click on that and add 3, it's going to say, hey, I always want to have at least 3. And now that's changed my to order number to 6 of them. And that's pretty good. But maybe I want to say, hey, instead of the 3, because we have to have 3 to fulfill these orders, so it's going to say, hey, I need 6 of them. But maybe I want my max quantity to be 10. So I'll say, hey, I want to order enough that I have 10, and then I want to reorder 10 every time. Now at that point, I've created my min and max rules, but I haven't actually automated it. So if I hit this order once button, there's going to be a notification that pops up, and it says, hey, you don't have any, like, this isn't going to go to any vendors. So we can't actually create this PO, because that's what we want to do, is create a purchase order. But I don't know where to put this, because I don't have an actual vendor that this comes from. So to do that, we need to go to the product. And the nice thing is this says, hey, we can edit the product right here. So we're going to go ahead and hit that, and it's going to take us back to the product card. And this is where we have to do a couple of things. First off, we need to make sure that we have this as a buy route, because we wanted to create a purchase order. A manufacturing route would actually create a manufacturing order. So we want it to be a buy in this case. And then we want to go to our purchase tab here, and this allows us to add a vendor. So if we have a vendor in the system that we know of, we can bring them in. I'm going to say we buy this from Jane Dirt, and for one of them, she gives us a price of $65. And then this is over here, this is the lead time in days. So this is going to base off of a quantity that we need, the price, and the delivery. So you could actually add in a different vendor and say, hey, I'm going to say this one comes, like, I also could buy this from Ernest Reed. And Ernest Reed gives me 1, but his comes out at $62.50, but his lead time is 5. So We can set that, and you can set different price breaks. If you order 10 and you get a better price break, you can add those in, and it's automatically going to pull that into your purchase order. So I'm going to go ahead and save that, and now I'm going to go back into my min max, and actually we're going to come over here. We're going to go into our purchase order, and remember who we got those from. Our inventory here. So we want to look at our barcode scanner and the in and out, max in and out on that, and we're gonna go ahead and automate the orders. So we've automated that, that's ready to go, and now we're gonna go hit our purchase order. And it's gonna come from Jane Dirt. Now we'll notice that it ordered 13 of them from her, and we paid a little bit more, but it was because we have a better lead time with Jane than we did with the other vendor on this barcode scanner. So if we go look at the barcode scanner and we look at those vendors, Ernest Reed, he was a little bit cheaper, but we had a delivery lead time of 5, and we have a negative forecast. So this the system defaults to say, hey, we're going to get these here as quick as we can so that we can ship them out. So you can adjust those and change them as needed, but that's what those buttons do on this. So that's how you set up that automatic reorder rule. And next time, if enough people order this, when it gets down to that trigger point to our 3, so once we have sold, down to we have 4 on hand, and then we sell that last one, it's going to add 7, and it will pull in the Ernest Reed at a little bit cheaper of a price. So that's kind of a rundown on how to create a replenishment rule for an individual item. Thanks for watching.